Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to install OpenApocalypse on Linux. Now you're going to need to open up your web browser. See here I have pulled up LibreWolf, and then you can either go to the OpenApoc GitHub page and manually build it, following this guide, table of contents, building on Linux, or you can use my or if you're on Arch, you can use the AUR package, this one, OpenApoc-git, or if you're on distribution, you're on another distribution and you want an easy installation package or script, you can use my script, which I have on this Google Drive link. You can download, and you will just click on and you just download all of them. They'll need to be in one folder together. I'm waiting for this to download. Just save it, then go to your downloads, your file manager, click extract here, just like that. You go into this folder named OpenApoc-install. You right click, you open terminal here, and you run this command. Which makes all of the files in here executable, which is required for the installation process to work. And then you're going to run the install script, but before you run the installation script, you actually need to install some dependencies. See here, in order to know what dependencies you need to install, you just read the readme. I have bundled with it. Now I have instructions for Ubuntu and Debian, fedora, Arch or Arch-based, in case you want to use my script instead of the AUR package. And there's also this optional dependency which I highly recommend installing, which is called beep. It's used for some beeps I have in my script. It's a nice little addition. You probably want to use DNF instead of YAM. I have no idea how fedora operates, but yeah. On Debian, package names may or may not be different to these ones that I have listed here. You just need to figure it out for yourself. This command, if you're on Ubuntu or Ubuntu based, say like Linux Mint, it will probably just work out of the box. You just run this and it will just install all of them. But who knows, it might not. It might say some package is not found and you may need to search for it. But yeah, you can always contact me at my YouTube or my email, which is this one. And now we can continue with the installation process. As a normal user, if you run it as a root user or with sudo, it will throw an error. So just run it plainly, just like that, with no sudo, no root, no nothing. And you will just wait for the first it clones the repository, and we will just wait for it to do that. Okay, now you see this message. says to enter the absolute path of your cd.iso from comapocalypse. What you need to do here is go to Steam, then comapocalypse, then to the gear icon, and click on Manage, then browse local files. See, cd.iso is right here. You right click on it and you click on copy location, and then you just paste it in here, just like that. Pretty simple. And now OpenApoc is starting to compile. Okay, now it almost finished compiling. You know, keep your eyes peeled for errors, always. And now it finished. Now it almost finished with the installation. We just need to type in our user password. You see it copied a couple of files, and good, we finished the installation. Now all you need to do to launch OpenApoc is go to your launcher. You know, on KDE it's this thing, and you click on the search thing, and you know, open. You see OpenApoc pops right up. See, now you have successfully installed OpenApoc. It works just fine. Now you may notice that the game does not have any in-game configuration options. You actually need to edit the config file. To actually know how to edit the config file, so you can tweak it to your liking, you just type this command, openapoc --help, and make sure you get the capitalization right, like capital O and capital A, just like that. Type enter, and this will give you a list of all of the options. What we care about right now, which is super basic, is, you know, the screen options. You see framework.screen, width, height, mode. It has windowed, full screen, borderless. I will show you how to actually, you know, tweak the settings. And you need to find where the configuration file is, of course, to edit it. See, if I type cd, I'm back to my home. And when you're back at your home, you just type cd.local/share/openapoc. See, this is settings.conf, the file you need to edit. You can edit it with any text editor you like. I personally like Neovim, so I will use that. And you can see that it has all of those options. What you need to do is type framework.screen, and under that you type your options. To add the screen width, you type width and then the number. Mine is 1920 because I'm on 1080p, and of course height is 1080. And then you set the mode, and I personally like playing the game at full screen. You know, you can also use borderless or windowed, whatever you like. Just save the file. And then if we go to relaunch OpenApoc, it launches in full screen. Pretty easy, huh? Now there are other arguments here, like you know where you exactly want it to be placed, like you know what display you want the game to be on in case you have multiple monitors and other stuff, you know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything is in .local slash everything is done in this directory. There's also the data directory, which if we cd into that, you will see that you also have the mods directory here, which is where you place your mods, you know. And now we will show you all of the data file directories. The save directory is it's the same. It's where your settings are and everything. This is where the cd.iso is, in case you know you can't you want to find it. And of course there is your mods. Now in case you need to uninstall OpenApoc, it's actually pretty simple. You remember, you know, my stuff with the script that you downloaded earlier. In here, you know, back in your downloads and OpenApoc.install folder, you open the terminal up again, and you will notice that there is an OpenApoc uninstall script. Just run that. And it uninstalls OpenApoc. It will warn you that it will basically erase everything, but we're going to run it to see what happens. Okay, OpenApoc successfully installed, and if you go back to your launcher, you will see that OpenApoc is nowhere to be found. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section, or contact me at my email. If you guys liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.